Good morning. It's been a few days, right? Yeah, it's been a few days. Took a few days off. Just didn't have anything to talk about, quite honestly. Not anything really that I can share on here. So, and you guys know I share almost everything on here. But yeah, this is just nothing really going on. Just inner monologue, I guess. That's all I've been dealing with. Still don't have a park manager that I know of. The other one's not done leaving yet, though. He'll be leaving. He's trying. He's trying. He's been taking a load almost every day. He's been taking a load of stuff, that U-Haul truck. He's got a small one now. First he had the big one for about a week. Now he's down to the small one, the same size one that I had when I moved up here, which was 3/4 empty because I did not take much. My son, some books, clothes, whatever toys and his Legos that he wanted to bring, his books, some DVDs. That's pretty much all we grabbed. That's all we grabbed. And I wanted to rent a pickup truck because I knew I didn't have enough to fill. I knew I didn't have enough to fill the smallest U-Haul truck. I knew I didn't. And I wanted a pickup truck because I knew I could fit it all in the back of a pickup truck, tarp, strap it down. And they were like, no, we can't rent you a pickup truck because you're going out of state. And I was like, oh, okay. So I took the smallest U-Haul truck and didn't even halfway fill it up. But it was the only moving truck. I could have got a trailer. I could have got a trailer, but I wasn't confident enough to pull a trailer across the country. So I didn't do that. I was not confident enough to do it. And my ex didn't have a car. And I knew I had my mom's car waiting for me up here. So I knew transportation wasn't going to be a problem for me. So I left him the car, even though it was in my name, whatever. Y'all, if you've ever just wanted to get away, just get out, just get away. I left him the car. I left him everything. Everything. Because I knew I wasn't going to have enough room to bring all the stuff I really wanted to bring. I just brought the necessities. I brought stuff I absolutely had to have. We were traveling light. But yeah, that's the size truck he has right now. So I'm thinking they don't have a whole lot more to move. Ooh, this fog is something this morning. It's patchy though, so it's like the humidity's really high too. You know, it's 54 degrees right now. It's supposed to get up to like 75 today or some crazy shit. I'm like, what the hell? Went back to that little cafe yesterday because we had like an hour between my son's doctor's appointment and my chiropractor appointment. So we were like, well, let's just go get some coffee and we'll get some breakfast, whatever. So we went and got coffee and pastries at our apparently new little coffee shop that we're gonna go to regularly now. She gave me a loyalty card, like a little, like you buy 9 drinks, 10th one's free, and she remembered us from the other day and gave me 2 marks on my card for that. So we're up to 4 marks now. four out of 9. So I don't know. Dad has an appointment today in Uniontown. My brother-in-law is going to take him though. Because there are only certain days that he's available. He's going for acupuncture, and the acupuncture is only there on Wednesdays and Fridays. The 2 days I work. So, I don't know. So anyway, my brother-in-law's taking him to that one. And he's also going to take him to the other one because he's got one in another one in a couple more weeks. He goes every 2 weeks for acupuncture. And I don't know if they have a chiropractor there yet or not. Their chiropractor quit. Went for a better paying job in the administrative side of things. But the chiropractic is usually the same days as the acupuncture. I think he has podiatry today too. I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't pay attention because I knew I wasn't going to be the one taking him. So I really wasn't paying attention. People don't understand it. That takes up a lot of my mental energy to remember shit. You know what I'm saying? If it's not going to involve me, I don't care. And I'm not going to remember it because it takes too much of my mental energy and I just don't have it. Dealing with everything else, plus all the noise in my head, I can't. Because if I remember some trivial little bullshit like that doesn't involve me, then I have to forget something else. Information in pushes information out. That's just how my brain works. If I remember something, I'm gonna forget something else. That's just how it goes. That's my RAM. My RAM is that, 0.1%. So any new information coming in, you gotta delete something. You've got to, because you can't just flip. You can't just keep adding shit. Yeah. No. So I try to not focus too much on things that don't concern me, because I just don't have the mental energy for it. I used to, but now with everything that's going on, I just don't. Oh, okay, let's turn that. Oh. So did the full moon the other night affect anybody, or was it just me? Because, dude, let me tell you, I got fucked up. I was fucked up. My sleep was all over the place, and it's already bad enough, and this was just worse. It was just worse. The full moon fucked me up. Not gonna lie. It really did. I talked in my sleep, which I haven't done in forever. But yeah, I talked in my sleep because I woke myself up. I woke myself up talking. Normally I don't, unless I'm like either really super, super stressed. Sometimes I'll talk in my sleep, but I haven't done it in a long time, probably over a year. It's been over a year since I've talked in my sleep. But yeah, it fucked me up. It just really did. It really fucked me up. Oh, hell. Oh, saving the best for last, let me tell you. Okay. Let me tell you about what happened yesterday at the chiropractor. This is like the most excellent thing ever. I got my adjustment. I was in the middle of getting my adjustment, and he noticed I had my glove on, and he goes, "Why are you only wearing one glove like that?" I said, "Oh, let me show you." So I took it off and I showed him my thumb, and I said, "I've had this since October. It came on very, very suddenly, and has not gone away or gotten less. It's just continuously gotten worse and bigger, and nothing I do helps it." And I said, "This doesn't even really help it much, but I see it and it makes my brain think, oh, I'm doing something about it." I said, that's about it. I feel like I'm doing something, like when I put the Asper cream on it, I'm like, oh, look at me. I'm doing something about my thumb that I complain about all day long. Now, you might remember that the last time, well, not the last time, but one time I went in when and I told him about my shoulder, right? And then he takes this thing that looks like a Klingon weapon, but small, metal thing, and just rubbed the shit out of my arm, like really hard, worked it in there, and fucking my shoulder was awesome after that, right? So I do that. I rub it like really as hard as I can. He pulls that tool out. Because I told him, I said, that asshole, dumbass next door, my doctor's next door. I said, next door, told me that this was rheumatoid arthritis. And I said, well, okay, arthritis maybe, but rheumatoid arthritis is it's an autoimmune disorder, right? You don't develop it suddenly. It doesn't just show up out of the blue. It's something that gradually happens as your body deteriorates and the disease takes hold. It's an autoimmune disorder, okay? That's not what this is. And I knew that. He said, well, you've got arthritis in your hands. You said you did. And I was like, yeah, but this is not what this is. And I told the chiropractor that. I said, I tried to tell him. I said, he was trying to send me for x-rays and crap. And he's like, you don't need an x-ray. And he pulls that little tool out and starts rubbing on my finger with it, on my thumb with it, and my hand. And it hurt like a son of a bitch. I came up off that table like 3 or 4 times. I was like, ow, ow, oh, Jesus H. And he's laughing and he goes, I know it hurts. He goes, but let me tell you, do this every day. And he showed me how to, like, he's like, you have to pull the joint and then you have to bend it and it's gonna hurt, but you have to work all that out, all that inflammation. You have to work it out. And then he told me about putting my hands in, he says, what I want you to do is get a bowl of ice water and a bowl of hot water. He said, and just for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long you can tolerate it, dunk your hands in that ice water for however long you can tolerate it, then dunk them in the hot water. He said, and just keep alternating. And I was like, really? Because I don't think I can do that, only because of the nerve damage that I have in this hand. I might try it anyway, just to see if I can tolerate it, because I just really don't know. Because the nerve damage in this hand, I can't really tolerate extreme hot or cold, but mostly cold. And that's what had me concerned was, oh, okay, yeah, I don't think I can dunk this hand in ice water. Because my fingers, these last 3 fingers, were really damaged. But yeah, he showed me, he's like, you have to like really press on it. He goes, I know it hurts. He said, but you just really need to pull on it and bend it while you're pulling on it and just like rub it really, like push it really hard and stuff. And he was showing me. Bitch, don't you know I walked out of there? Look at this. I can make a fucking fist. Couldn't do this. Fold my thumb under my fingers. Couldn't do that. Bend it. Yeah, it hurts a little bit. But man, it's shit. And I did have some little flashes of pain here and there, but it's been fine as far as like constant hurting, because it has, ever since October, it has constantly hurt with like occasional stabs of shooting pain through my thumb and the rest of my hand. So I spent the rest of the day being able to do everything I needed to do. So there you go. Chiropractor fixed my finger, fixed my thumb. Fuck that goddamn doctor. Screw that motherfucker. Oh, he had me mad. He had me mad because he was very arrogant about it. You know, he just didn't want to hear anything I had to say. And it just made me feel like, okay, he's telling me it's rheumatoid arthritis. Well, I know damn good and well that it's an autoimmune disorder and you don't just develop it overnight. It's not like I woke up and suddenly my fingers were like this. That's not how it works. You know, I know people that actually suffer from rheumatoid arthritis. Trust me, I know how it progresses. Do not tell me I woke up one morning in October like this and it's rheumatoid arthritis. That's not how it works. And I said, and he goes, the chiropractor goes, you're right. That is not how it works. He goes, but these young doctors, they get it in their head that, you know, it's something that they don't really think they want to mess with. So they just tell you that. And I believe him, because ever since they told me ever since the doctor told me that that's what this was, everybody I talk to suddenly, I mention it and suddenly everybody I talk to has it. And I'm like, that can't be right. So, yeah, I'm thinking the chiropractor was right. That's just something that they say so they don't have to fuck with you. Because I told him, I said, I take my pain medication. I said, I shouldn't have pain in it. He goes, well, yeah. He goes, but you've got like all this tissue and all this inflammation trapped in there. Nothing you do is going to get rid of that unless you break it. He goes, you have to break it up. Because he said you have something in, I forget how he phrased it. There's something in there and you need to break it up. He said it's an accumulation and you just need to break it up. Which is the same thing that happened in my right butt cheek. Of all places. I have some muscle issues directly over my SI joint. So I have a bunched up mass there. So, yeah. Let me tell you, I learned some amazing shit yesterday. So anyway, that's the best news I've had, that I can actually do something about this and it'll stop fucking hurting and I can use my fucking hands. He goes, I'm not saying you don't have arthritis. I said, oh no, I know I do. I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis, when I was 27 years old. Or 26 years old. Osteoarthritis in my hands, my knees. You know, my hands and my knees, and I don't think anywhere. Maybe my ankles. But yeah, I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis when I was 26 years old. Or 20, I think I was 26. So I know I have arthritis in my hands. But it's not rheumatoid arthritis. It's not. If it were, my hands would be like this by now. At my age, if I had something like that, no. There's no way. He goes, I'm not saying you don't have arthritis in your hands. He goes, but this is not what this is. I said, I know that. I kept trying to tell him that, and he wouldn't listen. I said he was being all cocky, and you don't know anything, you know. And then I told him the part about how after all this going back and forth and all this other stuff, he asked me right before I leave, so did you try ice? Bitch. He started laughing. He goes, are you serious? I said, yeah. I said, after all that shit, he goes, well, did you try ice? Okay, let me tell you something. All right. Over 50. Been taking care of myself for a very, very long time. Right? Been poor for a very, very, very long time. Okay? When I go to the doctor, it's because I've done everything I can think to do myself. Okay? Sometimes I even try and do things that I know doctors might do myself. If I come to see you, it's because I've done everything that I am able to do within my knowledge, within my wheelhouse, whatever. You know, trust me. Trust me, I'm not here for some trivial bullshit. I'm here because I've done everything known to man that I am able to do, and it didn't work. Okay? That's what they don't understand. They don't understand. I'm just kidding. Oh, that felt good. Let me pop this side. Oh, he loosened up my upper back. Oh, now when I go to the side, I can usually pop it. And it has been tight for the last... I made an appointment for next week, too. Because I have next Thursday free. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to go. As much as I can go, I'm going to go. I have to get back on track. I have to get back on track. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to save the best news for last. That I figured out a solution. I've got a solution for my thumb. I'll keep you posted, and we'll just come along with me and watch me fix my thumb. I don't know. Even if I can get just like a tiny bit of relief, you know. Even this, okay, this right here, huge victory. Huge victory. This is a total win, right? Huge victory. Because yesterday morning I couldn't do that. Before yesterday morning, I couldn't do that. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure he's like my second favorite person on the whole planet at this point. My third favorite person on the whole planet. I'm my first favorite person. My son is my second favorite person, and the chiropractor is my third favorite person on the whole planet. Because he's got it going on. Okay? But anyway, I need to get in there. And have my breakfast, grab something to drink. Let's sit back a little bit. So I will check in with you. Itchy ears. I will check in with you another time. And do your best. Try not to die. And thanks for coming by.